Hey everybody, Mr. Martin here. Let's go ahead and get started. The newbies had dinner together where they got to know each other better by sharing a secret, or as Ghost would say, a trust fall with words. Let's pick up at their next practice on Monday. We're on page 137 in the middle of the page, starting with Aww. Here we go. Aww, Aaron teased as me, Lou, Patty, and Sonny hung around, talking to each other before the stretch. Coach and Whit were on the side of the track, having an extra long conversation with Chris Myers' father. Look at the newbies. All of a sudden, y'all besties, huh? Let me guess. Patty told y'all a secret about how she got a crush on Karan. Karan grinned as the other players laughed. Ain't nobody got a crush on Karan, Patty replied. Dang, Karan, you heard that? Freddie chimed in, yanking the drawstring on his shorts. Yeah, I heard her. What's wrong with me, Patty? Karan asked, fighting back his embarrassment. Sorry, Karan, Patty started, but I don't like boys who jump the gun. Everybody laughed, and Crystal Speed gave Patty a 5, then fired off finger guns at Karan. Pew pew! What are you laughing at, Crystal? No Speed? When's the last time you won a race? Karan fired back. Last time I seen yo mama, Crystal said. Ain't never ran so fast, 'cause I ain't never seen something so ugly. Hey, no need to bring anyone's mom into this, Sonny chimed in, struggling to get his voice to cut through the ooze. Oh yeah? Karan was now feeling big. Being laughed at was getting the best of him. How about we talk about yours, newbie? That's enough, Karan. Aaron, who started this whole mess, finally decided to step in and fix it, but it was too late. Now let's talk about Sonny's mother, Karan insisted, now sizing up Sonny. We all know he was just joking, and that whatever zing he was going to attempt was just going to be silly. But still, this was Sonny. His mother wasn't even alive, and I knew that. And to me, the fact made those jokes off limits. I also knew Sonny wasn't the kind of guy to stand up for himself, so I did. Let's not. I stepped in front of Sonny and looked cold into Karan's eyes. Karan faced me, trying to hold his square, but I could tell instantly that he didn't want what I had for him. Y'all see this kid, he said, turning around to the other vets. Patty and Aaron came up alongside me, joining me in protecting our friend. Yeah, we see him. And since you a cupcake, we suggest you leave him alone, Aaron said, shutting Karan down. Then a hand clap. Slow. One, then another, then another. Coach was standing with Whit clapping. That was fantastic, he said. Wasn't it, Whit? I thought so, Whit replied, folding her arms across her chest. So many tough guys and girls on this team. Coach stopped himself. Wait, did I just call y'all a team? He started towards us. That's what this is, right? Right. Yes, Coach, Aaron said, instantly slipping back into his role as Coach's pet. Oh, so only Aaron knows we're a team. We're a team, Coach. Yeah, Coach, we're a team. We're a team. So then act like it, you understand me? Each and every one of you. He waved a finger past each of our faces. Act like it. Matter of fact, learn from the newbies. Defend each other. They ain't your opponents. They're your new family. And as y'all can see, they mean business. I looked at Patty, Lou, and Sonny and tried hard to totally cheese. Then I looked at Karan and nodded as Coach commanded. Now let's stretch it out. Toe touches everybody down. After stretching and warm-up, the sprinters spent the rest of the practice doing fartlicks, which sound like fartlicks. Funniest name ever. Fart lick. Ha! But it has nothing to do with licking farts. It just means you run 3 minutes at 80% speed in 1 minute fallout. Sounds easy, right? Try doing 10 of them. It's harder than it sounds. Way harder. Trust me. On the first few, I was able to keep pace with Lou, Mikey, and Aaron, and on the fourth, I decided to prove a point and turn the jets on. We hit the final stretch, the last 100 meters, which was when we were supposed to run full out, and I must have channeled my inner Usain and bolted to the end. Good job, Ghost, Coach said, whistle still in his mouth, clasping his hands behind his back. I bent over as the other boys crossed the line. They all swung their hands toward me, dapping me as Coach continued. You prove that you can get it if you want it. Now get back on the line. But I couldn't move, because even though Coach had blown the whistle, I had blown my legs. I can't. I panted just loud enough for Aaron to hear me. I dropped to one knee. He grabbed my arm. Yes, you can. Let's do it. You got some more in you. And even though he was the captain, and kind of a suck up, and he'd gotten smoked by me, a stupid decision that didn't feel nearly as good as I thought it would, I knew he meant that I still had more. Needless to say, the rest of practice was rough and ended in me crawling from Coach's cab barefoot to the house, through the house, into the bathroom, into the bathtub, where I basically let the hot water cook my muscles. And that's how it was every Monday after. Every other day during the week was similar, but with a different routine. Coach had set it up so that we always knew what we were doing at practice every day. That way, if he was late, or if Coach Witt wasn't around, Aaron could, run the workout for the team. So it went like this. Monday, fartleks, which for me meant afternoon of running my legs to death and an evening of boiling them back to life. Tuesdays, technique, how to come off the block, elbows in, open up your stride, head up, back straight, glide, don't wobble, be a horse, not a penguin, run through the finish line, not to the finish line, blah, blah, quack, quack, wah, wah, on the line, whistle, whistle, over and over and over again. Wednesdays, ladders, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, also known as don't eat a big lunch day. Going from 4 to 1 was rough, but most of us could crush it, even me. It was heading back up the ladder that was the killer. Go down, go up, throw up, the absolute worst. Thursdays, long run, every week a different route. Once I was finally able to keep up, it was kind of cool being a part of the train of runners, zooming down the sidewalk, dodging people, the bus stop benches, fire hydrants, trash bags, with the motivation mobile trailing behind. My only fear was that one day Coach Witt would lead us on the wrong route, the route that went past the sporting goods store where I was probably a wanted fugitive. Sure, I could just turn my head or shield it with my shirt, pretend to wipe sweat, and nobody would know it was me, but the shoes, there was no disguising them. That girl Tia, she would know the sparkle of the silver bullets easy. Luckily, we never went that way. Fridays, everyone's favorite day, off. Thank God. I pretty much gotten used to everything and everybody. Mean Mikey mumbling stuff, Aaron the captain of the team, acting like the captain of the team, which at first wasn't so sure I was going to be okay with. I mean, the guy had a big mouth, like big. But he knew how to keep everybody together and motivated, which could get hard when you're on the side puking your guts out. And then there was the 4 of us, the newbies, our special gang. I'd gotten used to Patty and Lou snapping on each other and arguing all the time. I'd gotten used to Sonny quoting some spacey book that nobody had ever read, or saying something really cool, but it's so out there that you don't really even know why it's cool, but it's cool. As a matter of fact, I think that's the record he holds. The record for saying the coolest "what in the world is he talking about" sayings. Definitely. I had even gotten used to Coach on my back every day about my homework, which I usually got done during the ride home, and whatever I didn't finish while Ma was zoning into the cheesy movie of the night. Even Coach's stupid whistle and the constant shouting of "on the line" became just as normal as sunflower seeds from Mr. Charles's store. I'd gotten used to it all, and I was pretty sure that they had all gotten used to me, so everything was cool. Maybe the coolest it had ever been. But Uniform Day changed everything. Uniform Day was the day when Coach was going to give us our jerseys and shorts. He had been talking about this day for 2 weeks, going on and on about how Uniform Day was important because it meant you were officially on the team. It was the last piece of the puzzle, and I wanted that piece. I mean, I had traded running in my jeans for a pair of cut-off scrubs I got from my mom, but that was like running in a pair of drawers. And when I got to sweating, man, straight up gross. So a uniform sounded amazing. An actual uniform, just like basketball teams except for a track team. Yes. Coach showed up at practice carrying the box. He dropped it on the track in front of us as we bent and stretched, getting ready for the usual technique. Tuesday's routine work. I was going to practice coming off the blocks because it is where I needed the most help. It felt weird not to just stand up straight and run when I heard the whistle, but to bend down and press my feet against the metal thing was way weird. Bring it in, Coach said. As you all know, our very first meet of the season is this Saturday. You've worked hard these past few weeks, and I'm proud of you. So, to get you extra excited about smoking everybody this weekend, I'm going to give out this year's Defenders uniforms. We clapped it up as Coach folded the cardboard flaps of the box back. When I call your name, come get your uniform and go put it with your stuff. Then give me some warm-up laps, he said. Then one by one, he called each runner forward. I was standing next to Lou, and when Coach called his name, I gave him a way to go nudge. He grabbed his gear, then jogged back and gave me 5. The jersey, which he held up, was electric blue with gold letters across the front. Defenders. Underneath the word was a picture of a fist clenching a wing. It would go perfect with the silver bullets. I like it. No, I loved it. Sweet, Lou sang out. Man, I said, not really believing how good it looked. Coach called out name after name. Outlaw, Speed, Lancaster, Farrar, Bullock, Fulmer, McNair, and after every name I'd say to myself, waiting, Cranshaw, 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 Tate, Cranshaw, Hayes, Cranshaw. But Coach went on until he got to the last uniform. My uniform. But he never called my name. And that's it, Coach said. That's it. I knew my eyes were bugging. That's it? Everybody was checking their jerseys out, putting them in their gym bags, or jogging around the track. But I was still waiting. What about me? I asked. I didn't understand what was going on. Where were my shorts? My jersey? Where was my uniform? Oh, Coach said, as if suddenly remembering that he had left me out. But how could he have left me out? I had proven myself. I was pretty much the best sprinter on the team, at least one of them. Whatever. Didn't matter, I thought, because I had reminded him. Oh, right, I have something for you, Ghost, Coach said, digging back in the box. When he pulled his hand from the brown cardboard, he wasn't holding no electric blue dopeness. Instead, he was holding a piece of paper folded into a small square. What's this? I asked. Unfold it and see, Coach said, his face changing. Falling into the familiar look of disappointment the way Principal Marshall's face does whenever I've had an altercation. I unfolded it as quickly as I could because what the? And what I found on that piece of paper was the most shocking thing ever. It was a picture of me dashing from the sports store, a close-up of my face, and underneath it, in red, big, bold red, was the word shoplifter. Oh no. Coach knew and was just biding his time. What do y'all think? Karma? We'll pick up tomorrow.